Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. Honey, if it's your first time here, welcome. I hope you stick around. Take a tour. You just might like it. Actually, I know you will. Okay guys, so today is the day. We are here for the Great Endo picnic. We were here last year, but I failed to give you guys enough context about the picnic and all of that stuff. But today I'm back and I'm better. So we just arrived. The Great Endo picnic is hosted by the African Endo warrior Things. I'll put a handle here down below. And this is the second time I'm attending the picnic. I think it's the second time she's hosting it. We're a little bit late, but that's a story for another day. We are here, that's all that matters. So the purpose of the picnic is just to spread awareness about endometriosis, to celebrate all fellow Endo warriors, for just all the Endo warriors and the allies to come together, share space, have important conversations, have food, just have a good time. Because with the dreariness and the heaviness and feeling triggered by the month, it is important that we come together and we celebrate one another and we affirm each other's experiences and we just share knowledge, because you can never stop learning and can never stop enhancing what you know about Endo, regardless of like the level or the stages which you're at, regardless of how long you've had the condition for, etc, etc. I'm here with my sister. So you saw her last year. We're back, baby. I'm just gonna be showing you guys the setup like I did in last year's vlog, showing you like a little bit of what's going on, the conversations that we're gonna be having, and all of that fun stuff. So I'll see you guys. We'll see you guys. We're ready, honey. We're here. So the theme was whatever you're gonna wear with a touch of yellow. I'm wearing this. My sister is wearing, she has just a bag, with a pop of yellow. So come with us, guys. I'll see you the next time when I'm showing you whatever. Okay, love you. Bye.
What could he do for me? I told him that my love is free. But can you match me? I can do it all for myself.
Foods that are seasonal, that are locally produced because they are higher in vitamins and minerals. As a Mediterranean diet is also focusing more on chicken and fish. And we have our own affordable sources of fish. But the specific fish that is focused on is what we call the fatty fish that's high in omega-3. So omega-3 is basically a fatty acid, right? And this fatty acid is not something that our bodies can make and we can only get from food. So like your coated sardines, those are really good examples where you can actually get a good amount of omega-3 outside of an expensive source. And the benefit of this Mediterranean diet is that it actually reduces the inflammation. So it puts out those fires that are causing the pain, that are causing the discomfort, that are causing all those symptoms. So it's so important to make sure that you're following this diet. So number one, just remember the rainbow. You need to eat the rainbow. The more colors of your fruits and vegetables, the more nutrients you are getting. So it's always good to get that variety of color, and that's what actually helps to reduce the amount of break-ins that happen with your cells. Because basically, think of the fruit and veg as your bars to your cells, so that all of this oxidative stress, it doesn't damage the cells, it doesn't break in and cause damage inside the cells. Okay. We always chat to a dietitian to tell you how to find the right supplements, because unfortunately the supplement industry isn't regulated. So I could decide today to come out with the supplements and pick whatever I want and not have to back any of the claims. So really, I encourage you to chat to a dietitian in terms of the supplements that you would like. But as a gold standard, 1,000 milligrams of omega-3, and specifically omega-3, not omega-3, 6, and 9, just omega-3 supplements. Okay. And then the next one is our fiber. Something I didn't mention about specifically in endometriosis is, remember how I said it's that tissue from your womb that's growing in these other areas of the body? Our womb is also got lots of different hormones that it releases, and one of them is estrogen. So now you have this dominance of estrogen that's being released from all these different areas of your body. So what really helps to reduce that, to reduce the higher levels of estrogen is fiber. Fiber basically helps almost to act like a sponge, and it helps to mop that estrogen out of your system. Because the higher estrogen levels is also why we have so many of the symptoms that are associated with endometriosis. So fiber, think of it, the darker the starch, the higher the fiber. So oats, your grains like oats or sorghum or mabele, could be brown rice, could be beans, lentils. There's so many different options when it comes to your fiber that you can add into your diet. And you can just make simple swaps. If you usually do white rice and you know the family's not going to be a fan, you mix it with a little bit of lentils on your plate, then you know you've upped the fiber already. So this is so important because then it's going to help to reduce the inflammation. So if there's 3 things you remember from today, it's fatty fish, it's your fiber, and it's the rainbow. Those things are really going to help to support you from a diet perspective in managing this condition. But there are also things to limit, okay? Because I know we are social beings. The way we eat socially, and there's certain foods and drinks that can actually be guaranteed to increase inflammation as well. I know what happens when it comes to meat. I know how we feel about meat, okay? So when it comes to meat, what we actually see is that it's linked to a 50%, 56% higher risk of being diagnosed with endometriosis if you're eating more than 2 servings of meat a day. So it's better to just mind, it's not that we never eat meat, try and make it not more than 2 to 3 servings over the course of a week rather than in a day. So I know we are in the age of protein and I'm all for it, but with endometriosis, the form of protein is very important. So going for more your chicken and fish is ideal. And then we also get different types of fats, right? I've mentioned the omega-3 types, and then there's also a type that I call more the long word fats. So that would be your mono and polyunsaturated fats. Basically, that's your animal fats, your nuts, your seeds, your avocado oils, all of those, right? And those are really helpful also to reduce inflammation, but then the short word fats are actually the problem. So your trans fats, your saturated fats, those are fats, when you look at it, it's hard at room temperature. So what, if you think of what is hard at room temperature? Butter, the skin on your chicken, the fats that you see on the meat, and I know that's where the flavor is. Don't get me wrong, I know it's there, but it's always good to manage the amount of that because it has been seen to also increase that inflammation. And then caffeine and alcohol. So these two, they can cause hormone disruptions and also they can cause disruptions that worsen the gut symptoms. So I'm actually going to touch a bit on endo belly in a second, but it's really important to manage your caffeine. I know we are in a day and age where our jobs make us work like a dog day and night, but it is really important to manage your caffeine intake, and usually no more than 3 cups a week coffee would be the maximum recommendation. IBS, if you've got endometriosis, you're 2.5 times more likely to develop IBS. So with IBS, it is similar, but what you can eat, especially if you've got IBS as well, is what we call a low FODMAP diet. So it's basically reducing those undigestible carbs that I mentioned and made examples of, and you reduce that by at least 4 to 6 weeks, because all of these foods that I mentioned, they're good for you, so you can't leave them out forever, right? You reduce it for 4 to 6 weeks, and what we do as dietitians is we help you slowly reintroduce each and every different
No
food.
excuse right now, but yeah, I think it was really great. But if you do have questions and you just want to ask Azia secretively, then this is what she looks like. This is her, or you can search for her on the socials and all the spaces and stuff. Being stuck doesn't feel like you can't move because you're going through so much fatigue and chronic pain that you feel you can't move. So sometimes the way that
Serving rich Auntie Chloe B. I know my job is a blessing, but if you pay me. Rocks on my wrist, fur on my feet, setting the table in all the chic. Baby, come eat. I like luxury. I like fancy days. Shine on my body. Live like royalty. Treat you like a king if I trust, but you must be worthy of the crown.
No pressure. Okay.
We're in 3K Studios. We're in manufacturing. Today at Endo Picnic, we got our women's health diary. This is a product targeted specifically at the younger crowd. It's for everyone, but it's specifically for the younger girls because when you're starting out and everything, it's a lot to manage. So we have a period tracker at the back here, where you track your symptoms, changes in your symptoms, when it starts, to check if it's regular, irregular, all of that stuff. And then when they do start going to the gynae, just tracking your appointments and being able to say, oh yes, this is what happened the last time I was here, and all of that stuff. Then beyond all that, it is still a journal. So, venting your emotions, just writing things down, because that is healing in itself as well. And we have some fun pages with quotes and just,
Motivational quotes.
So my mom, she does manufacturing.
Yeah.
Does very manufacturing, all kinds of things. And I was like, let me just make one.
Okay.
When I do go to the doctor,
You have evidence.
yeah.
So do you know what the ESC? Sorry, we just put all this here because
I work too hard.
it's all based on anxiety and stress or cause with balancing your hormones. So we have like a card, it tells you where to put the points, and you put them on, they stay on between 3 and 5 days, and with consistent use, it's going to help with all your symptoms, so that you can be able to want to do it in your home where your mom and dad, kids, everybody else. It's very good for kids with ADHD or when you're writing exams and you just need to calm down.
Payday, payday, money in the bank, little extra joy. Time to say thanks. What's the plan? We already know. Think it's where we're gonna go. It's payday, perfect day.
Fela logo pising at the border, pising at the pena, okay, panic kalela. Think I'll be stuck on you. Think I'll be stuck on you. Think I'll be stuck on you. Think I'll be stuck on you.
That is called Gynae Warriors Network. It's an organization for women who are facing different menstrual health disorders, and we operate this year. We have added 2 more countries, and we operate in 12 different countries across Africa. And we also have a magazine, which is Beyond the Psycho magazine, which focuses on different women, different brains that are advocating and that are aiming to improve the menstrual health space in terms of advocacy, in terms of products. I've seen a lot of amazing people, a lot of amazing brands. I think since last year, Dignity has been our friend since last year. Yes.
Reproductive health disorders, but mostly create a sisterhood of women who come together and say, I know what you're going through, I'm going through it myself, let's connect. Let us be one in terms of care plans, sharing information and making sure that people don't get left behind on the wagon of healing. Physical healing, psychological healing, emotional healing. I'm an ambassador of the World Fertility Project, which is a global initiative meant to raise awareness.
is the worst club to be in, but the best club with the best sisterhood. And I think that just sums up all of these spaces where you go through so much pain, but the support that you get, amongst one another, sharing your experiences, the different things that you do to help yourself, and also trying to get your loved ones to understand, like in a platform like this. So just to take it back to you, Bianca, I just wanted you to share, a bit about your diagnosis story. Just take us through a summary of that, what that looked like. Because we've spoken about endometriosis having a diagnosis time period of like 7 to 10 years, and diagnosis looks different for many people and different, health challenges. So we just want to hear a bit about yours, what it looked like and what you went through.
To your question, I think I started my period when I was 8, and this is a child who's on the jungle gym. So it's only now when we are adults that we hear words like premenstrual syndrome or cravings, but imagine the little girls that are here that are running around and they are faced with that heavy bleeding, painful, and you try to communicate and you're easily dismissed, you're given pain ease, and you're trying to tell them that it's not working. So throughout, that was in grade 4, so throughout the primary years, it was consistent. And then when I got to high school, it stopped, which was alarming. And then we went to the first doctor. He said, no, it has to stop because you started early. So it was dismissed. But then the journey, now I'm in high school, I'm trying to explain to the matrons, to the teachers, that even if you give me pain ease, it's not working, you understand? So they now tell you that it's in your mind, you're overreacting, and you end up asking yourself, maybe I'm overreacting. It was until somewhere around 2015 that I met a sister who has the sharp shooting back pain as me. And she was the first person who said, it's normal. I have met women across who have got this condition, who have the same symptom. And to me, I was dismissed. They said it's in your brain. There is no way that someone can have period pains that come through the butt. It's unheard of. So it's in your head, hence we told you told yourself that you don't want to respond to any medication. Now you're bringing stories. We have never heard of that. So it became a journey of being triggered, gaslit, irregular menses, and then they decided to come back after high school, but still the pain. Here's the thing that I don't know if all of us have experienced it, but just because you don't ovulate and get your period that month, it doesn't mean that you don't have pain.
Amen.
I'm serving rich Auntie Chloe B. I know my job is a blessing, but F you, pay me. Rocks on my wrist, on my feet, setting the table.